same as James with the one set. I do one set, that's it, flat out. No 4 or 5 sets, especially with deadlift. One set at the final, at the end of it. Just want to show how I deadlift. Conventional style. I keep the bar slightly out from my shin. I'm not going to take the shin on myself. Bring close to the knees when I bring it up. As fast as I can, bring straight up like that. Hips out, up at the top. I train with speed on warm-ups. Every set is fast. My warm-up's only about 3 to 4 to 5 reps with that weight, and I'll continue going up in 40 kilos altogether, with 20 on each side. I'll go up to a set of 12 in my deadlift. I use straps. The reason being I do a lot of high reps. So I'll do about 12 reps on my first week. Same as Jim was saying, I do a 12-week cycle, maybe 14. I start with 12 reps. I go to 11 on the following week, and the weight goes up. On my final couple of weeks, I'll max out close enough to about 2 reps. I'll hit something like 350 with 2 reps that I've hit. From there, for the next couple of weeks up to competition, I'll deadlift out of a rack, squat rack. Then I take the bar out like this, straight out to my knees like that. I walk back with it, and I go down, touch and go. The reason being that I do that for is because it's heavier weight I can use. So in the competition, I'll never have a problem locking out. I never have a problem locking out on my deadlift, because up to the competition a couple of weeks beforehand, I'm using way heavier weight. I've gone up to about 380, 390 with that. So I can handle that weight once I get it off the floor. I take about 5 minutes break in between. Deadlift as well, I find that you need a bit of a rest. Take a break in between it. The sumo style, I don't do it. I'm not that flexible myself either. So the crack with doing, you probably know the sumo style anyway.
Yeah.
I know a couple of lads that do it. It's all about hip, taking the back out of it, shorter range of motion. There's a lad that I know that's doing it at the moment. He's trying it now at the moment. He's still it's like a stiff-legged deadlift. If you're going to go sumo, you need to obviously get the technique right. That you're going right down, still like a squat position, knees out, hands in between, bring it straight up, keep the back out as much as you can. Shorter range of motion.
You use the wraps for your top sets?
Yes, I use straps. I know some people don't. It's obviously not going to work my grip. But I feel that my grip will go before I've fully done on my deadlift.
Yeah.
So I haven't reached my potential on the deadlift and as many reps I can do. That's why I use the straps.
Do you train your grip separately at all? Or?
Yes. Yeah. For grip, I do a couple of different things, like just holding the bar, the 2 plates back to back on the smooth side, and holding it with the fingers. Try that. Sometimes I do have a problem with grip, sometimes I don't. This year I done 340, no problem with grip. I went for 345 in Gory, and I had it to here when the bar slipped out of my left hand, which left me doing something like this. For the next couple of competitions, I was over-emphasising my grip, which was pointed out to me by James O'Connell actually the last competition. Didn't notice myself while I was doing it.
Yeah.
I was gripping the bar like this,
Yeah.
hands around as far as I could, because I had it in my head that the grip might go on me.
You're worried about the grip when you're doing
grip
it.
might go.
Maybe too much.
Too much.
Because you have done 340 and your grip has.
And the grip was fine.
Yeah.
So because I missed the 345, I was making sure, as tight as I could, with the hands like that.
Do you do chin-ups and lat pull-downs and any?
I used to do chin-ups. I don't now because, again, I find it tough on the shoulders.
Yeah.
I do lat pull-downs. I do dumbbell rows.
Yeah.
I sometimes do bench over barbell row.
Yeah.
But if I'm doing it, I don't do it, like the bodybuilding style like this. I do it off the ground.
Right.
Right. So I'm doing like that. Straight in like that. That I'm not up. Some people I know that come up and go this far up. I want to have it like I'm in like a deadlift position nearly. I'm taking it off straight off the ground.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, what kind of weight would you work up to on that? Same again, reps and sets.
It's reps and all the assistance work.
Yeah.
Even when I'm going heavy on the deadlift near the end for the last couple of weeks when it's only 2 or 3 reps,
Yeah.
all the assistance work is always 8 to 12 reps.
You work up to 1 set all out.
Yeah.
You don't pyramid down and all that kind of stuff?
No.
No.
No, I pyramid down. I'll go in reps, as in I say 12 reps on the 12th week, 11,
Yeah.
10 reps.
Yeah.
But the weight is going up.
It's going up.
It's going up the whole time.
Yeah.
Okay?
So once a week you're trying to...
Once a week on deadlift, yeah. Once a week on deadlift, once a week on squat.
Bench?
I bench twice.
You do kind of bodybuilder stuff as well, do you? The bicep
No.
curls and all that?
Don't do bicep curls.
No.
I don't need it. But I ain't crawling up this weight. Now I was trying to crawl it up, like I'm telling you, with that grip there. I was obviously trying to do a fucking bicep curl halfway up. But with that grip, what I was saying is, like, I was like that. So when I was yanking the weight off the ground, and I yank it very hard straight away, as I'm coming up, the bar's rolling in my hand like that, because I'm so far like that it was ripping me there. So then I was losing the bar the last couple of competitions.
What about diet and nutrition then as well?
You know when you say you start off on 12 reps 1 week and then you
Yeah.
come down to 11
Yes.
and you're going up the weight.
Yeah, I'm going up 10 kilo.
You're going up how much?
10 kilo.
10 kilo
10
each
kilo,
week.
yeah.
Is that each side 10 kilos?
No, 10 kilo on the whole thing. Yeah.
So when you're figuring out the start, you always work back. Yeah, you say like within 12 weeks I want to go up
Yeah.
20 to this weight.
I'll start somewhere with 200 kilo, 12 reps. I'll go to 220, 12, 240 for 12. When I hit 260, I'm doing 12. But that is my toughest 12. I'm just getting my last rep on that. Then I go 280. That'll be 11 reps. 300 works out about 9 to 10 reps. Just depends on how things are going for me.
Are you touch and go or dead stop?
No, they're touch and go. The first one is, yeah, and then it's touch and go.
Same with your doubles at the end then as well, yeah?
Do what's that?
Your doubles at the end are touch and go, so your first one obviously from the dead stop and then the second one bounced.
Yes, it all bends from there on. When I finish that, when I do that one set out, flat out, I might do then the 2 to 3 sets with about maybe 180 kilo. I do about 3 reps, all off the floor, just for speed, as fast as I can yank it off, because I'm well warmed up at that stage. Try to fly it off as quick as I can.
What with any core work?
Yeah, I do. Not a lot. I do a bit, but I find the deadlift and squat is working the core very well, and I find if I do too much core, I'm go back. Yeah, so I do a bit. I don't do an awful lot now. Bit of plank work, bit of DK sit-ups, a little bit of that. But it's mainly that I concentrate on. I use the deadlifting belt when I'm flat out. Say when I said when 200 kilos and 220 is 12 reps. They're not that tough. So it's only when I get to 260, it's 12, that I'm wearing the belt. Because the last 10, 11 and 12 rep, I'm grinding them out. I might even be jerking them, but it's just to get the reps out. Yeah.
What about diet then? Diet and supplements and stuff?
I make sure I get enough protein. I make sure I eat enough meat, chicken.
Whey powder, would you eat whey powder?
I'd use it after training. That's the only time I use it, straight after training.
Yeah.
But within an hour, I'm looking for having a meal then.
Creatine, caffeine?
I don't use creatine because I just, for myself, it didn't work.
Yeah.
I've used it a few times, I just didn't find that it worked for me now. I know it works for a lot of people, so. Caffeine, I do a lot of door work.
Yeah.
So if I'm training the next morning, I might have a good bit of caffeine
Okay.
to wake me up, all right? That's the only reason, okay?
Do you deadlift wearing runners?
I deadlift wearing runners and training, but in the competition then I'm wearing the slippers. The reason I wear them in training is because I'm doing a lot of touch and go. I'm taking it that I'm an extra inch or an inch and a half up. So when the competition, then when I go down to the slippers, I'm not touching and going, I'm taking it from a dead stop. That I'm just a little bit that I'm helping out.
Inch deficit that's gone like.
Yeah.
James, you
Yes.
know you said about your 10 kilos every week.
Yes.
Would you have a target in mind and then when you start it, knock the 120 off to
I would.
calculate it?
I have a target in mind, but it's been over the last couple of years at the same target. I'm looking to go an extra rep from the last competition where I done. Say, as I said, I went for 260 was my best at 12.
Yeah.
Well, at 260 I want to be getting 13 on my next program, shall we say. I try and move up a rep on it. And I mightn't get it. And there's always a week, there's always 1 week in the routine where I'll be down 2 reps or 3 reps.
And then on your last week, the two, you'll be doing 120 on top of your 260, would you? Is that what you like 380?
Yes, on my last week, yeah. Well, about 10 days out, about a week and a half out from the competition. For the last 2 or 3 weeks, I go out for deadlift out of the rack. So I'm overloading the weight at the top.
Are you doing it from the rack?
I'm doing it from the rack. So I'm walking out with the rack out of it, then deadlift. So I'm touching and going, basically. Lifting more weight than I'd be able to lift, obviously, off the floor.
Just trying to work the ratio out that you work with, you know what I mean? From your maximum lift, you know, to your starting off and getting your set starting point for your reps of 12 and then building up every week for your 10.
Well, the way I'd work it is if whatever you can go for 12,
Yeah.
okay, and as in, when you get to a point where it's 12 reps flat out, that your last rep, you won't get 13. Well, then the next week, put up the weight, and you're going for 11 reps.
Because obviously, a man your size, yeah, you can go up 10 kilos a week, but then if you're talking like women, you know, you have to...
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You want to be looking at 2.5 or 5, whichever, yeah.
Yeah, but that's mainly a percentage, though. You have to work that out yourself.
Yeah, you'd have to work that out yourself, yeah.
Doesn't matter if you're small, big, random, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
When do you stop training before how long do you stop?
A week and a half on the deadlift, 10 days.
Bench?
I'd be the same as James said, about Monday.
So about 4 or 5
I don't find the bench takes much out, yeah, and then the squat is a week.
A week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Extra exercises to help you with the deadlift. I do find that one out of the rack I find very good for lockout. Like I said, I never have a problem with lockout. Rack pulls, obviously, lockout again. Glute ham raise. I don't know if some of you have that in your gym or not.
Yeah.
Hamstrings. I use that now and again.
You back extensions or kettlebell swings or
No.
anything like that?
Nothing like that, no.
What's your deadlifts? You worry about?
No. No.
What about women? Do you think this will work for women as well? Just
I think so. I think the reps work for, like the same with the small off. My brother from small off was bench. He done the 3 week, the small off junior. His bench flew up.
yeah,
His bench flew back down for the Europeans in Galway.
yeah,
So he went up to a 192.5 bench.
yeah.
From his best was, I don't know, it could be 185 in comp.
This could be what James was
No,
saying.
same
that
thing.
It works,
Same
but
thing.
only temporary.
It worked for 3 weeks, bang, all of a sudden he 192.5.
You can't keep it up. It'll kill you.
Yeah, he went back down to trying different routines he's done before. His bench has gone back down to 185.
Yeah.
So it worked short term. Long term he's gone backwards.
As a peak, it's just
Yeah.
overloading rather.
It's just yeah, and now he's
When should you
trying to
use
build it
it?
back up now again, and it's
You should build on something else and use that then to peak.
Yeah,
is it?
like the way it's meant to be used originally was that you use it with you have your general strength program,
Yeah.
and then you have your peaking program that gets you prepared for comp. So it's actually overloading.
Yeah.
So you're going past what your body's actually capable of doing on a general basis.
Yeah.
So it's not that it's making you stronger. It's that it's letting you do what you can actually do, and then it's gone again once it's done.
yeah. Well, I think it's a thing you can. I'm not saying not use it, but for maybe for World Championships, 3 weeks out, right? I won't do the small off for 4 weeks out.
Pinch on, would you say?
Yeah, I wouldn't do it with deadlift now. I did that definitely not. No.
Kill you.
So if you try and peak it then with the bench, then you're going to peak the squat.
Yeah, you have to do it.
So
Yeah,
why kill it then?
yeah, you have to. It's too hard to block. You know. The deadlift, I think, is only once a week. Some people might go every 10 days. I do once a week myself. I find it fine. The back might be a bit stiff for a day or two, but it's fine walking around. If you had to go deadlifting again, you wouldn't fucking pull fuck all. So that's why I'm not deadlifting heavy weight here now, because I done 260 only a couple of days ago.
What's the best way to avoid injury then? Do you stretch and do the mobility?
I don't stretch. I'm not saying you shouldn't stretch now, but I don't. You definitely shouldn't stretch beforehand.
Yeah.
I think everybody knows that now at this stage. You're only going to weaken yourself.
Yeah.
I would have took it. You could stretch afterwards.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that's not right now. Maybe that's changing as well. But I don't. I stretch with the weight.
Yeah.
That's my warm up.
You overcame a serious shoulder thing, didn't you?
Yeah. I had a dislocated shoulder about 15 years ago now, which caused me problems not for the deadlift but just for the bench.
Is that gone now, completely solved and so on?
Yeah, it's not going to be any bother now.
Yeah.
I've moved my bench up to twice a week. I used to only bench out once every couple of weeks because of it.
Yeah. You never get a niggle, nothing.
I get a niggle all right, but nothing to stop me from training or anything like that.
How long have you training?
I'm training since I was, Christ, that's going to make me sound old now, but 15 or 16 years. But I'm not trained powerlifting. I only started powerlifting before years ago. 2010 I started powerlifting.
What were you training for? Bodybuilding?
Boxing
No,
and
just
stuff.
for boxing and that. I've done a lot of boxing and football and that kind of stuff. So, got into it in 2010. First deadlift was 280 in the competition. At the end of the year I done 300 exactly here on this platform in the Worlds. And then just went up every year. The following year was 310.
You're going to do 350 this year, haven't you? You've promised.
350 next year now, Tom.
The Predator challenge.
Yeah. We're trying for that. We're hoping for that.
Versus Andy. Doing more time.
There,
Well,
a lift off.
Andy has to do 300.
and he has to do 300, yeah.
No pressure.
Well, I've done 345 in Gory, like I said, it was my grip. I've done 350 at home for a couple of reps. It's with straps.
Yeah.
Okay, so the grip is the thing for me that I have to get right. Even though I'm saying like I'm over focusing on that, I still have to train the grip because if I don't, but I can't overtrain it either. I train it about 6 weeks out. I've tried training it before with the 12-week thing, and then it's gone completely. So it's 6 weeks out, and then I kind of peak it then for the competition. But there's a few different things I have to try on grip. Like that's the one I do, like the pinching of the plates. But there's a few other bits and pieces there I'm obviously going to have to try as well.
Yeah.
On the core work, as James was saying, the suitcase, like holding the bar like a suitcase there on the pins, like a rack pull, like that basically, obliques. I find that very good for deadlift. Like I don't do a lot of sit-ups. I try to work with the bar as much as I can. Deadlift, squat, and then maybe a bit of that on each obliques. Build the obliques up. That's it really, I suppose. That's the way I work it. If you have problems coming off the floor, obviously there's the deficit deadlifts. That's up to yourselves. I don't at the moment, so I'm not using them. But you can go up, obviously, stand on the board or whatever, and bring it up a little bit. Yes. Yeah, for lockout, yeah. It's very good for lockout. Again, I don't use a lot of that because the one I'm doing out of the rack, the touch and go, I'm finding that's working me lockout fine. Trap work, I don't do. I'm finding deadlift does enough of it for me. But again, lockout, it could help a little bit if you want to throw a bit of trap work into it. All the assistance exercises I do now, I used to do them heavy. I do them high reps now. I could go 12, 15 or 20 reps on something like lat pull down, dumbbell rows. I used to do them heavy, and then I used to find that I was getting a lot of nickels. So deadlift, the squat and the bench is what I concentrate on for whatever heavy weight. The rest of the stuff is light, assistance. Yeah.
You never vary your stance now either. You always train the same stance regardless of what you're training.
Always same stance, because that's the stance I'm going to train with in competition, or lifting competition. That's why I just work it for myself now. I know it might be stiff for some other people. The sumo thing doesn't work for me because I'm not flexible enough for that. I ain't going down, I ain't going back up. They ain't going to work.
Have you ever tried it?
I tried it once in training. Now I know you'd want to be trying it for a while if you were really looking at doing it, but it takes the back out.
Yeah.
My back is fine at the moment, so I'm going with my back is my strongest part, so I'm going to keep going with the back until I have a problem, maybe if I think there's a problem, if I'm not getting enough weight anymore. If I stop, I'm not stopping yet.
Yeah.
It's still going up. Well, once it's going up, I'm going to keep going the same routine, basically. So.
From the way you say you train touch and go regardless of what kind of weight it is,
Yeah.
would that not kind of be a bit of a risk then for injury? Do you have that fear, or are you able to kind of keep it upright the whole time, even if you are? Because I know myself, if I kind of drop the bar and try and go for it, I jerk it up.
Yes.
And that kind of rolls my shoulders down, and where my stance is kind of try and keep the back as neutral as possible.
Yeah.
If I roll my back, I know that rep, I really don't count it as kind of just my shoulders gone, it's just making half the journey more for me.
Yeah, okay.
So do you kind of have that difficulty, or do you just make sure you keep it right before you go touch and go?
I don't. Myself, I don't have that difficulty. It's not. It doesn't happen on me. I don't find. I never get any niggles or any of that from it, or any injuries. I don't pull anything on it, like, there's no strain. Maybe because I'm used to it. I'm doing it a long time now, a couple of years, like that, at the same time kind of thing, you know.
Do you do sprints and box jumps and all that kind of stuff?
I don't do box jumps now. I used to for football and that. I do a bit of sprinting. I don't do any long fucking cardio shite. I just can't myself. I'm not built for that shit at the moment. So it's all short, sprints, fast twitch,
Yeah.
muscle fibre, same as powerlifting. I know people, like, the lighter you are, obviously, the better it works out for if you want to do, you know, anything like that, or longer cardio or shit like that. The heavier you are, it's not working out. Them days are gone for me at the moment.
Cardio shit.
That stuff.
Do you train your squat then, the different there, or do you train your squat and then the same as James?
Yeah, I squat once a week, and then 3 days later I deadlift. 3 days after. So 2 or 3 days for both.
Deadlift, squat, bench.
Bench, yeah. Well, I bench twice a week. I train 4 days a week. The deadlift, I do the deadlift, and then I'll put back working with that. I might do dumbbell rows or a bit of lat pull down. I try only throw 2 assistance exercises into each, and obviously that's working for me bench then as well when I'm training your back. The squat day is just squat. I don't do an awful lot else other than the squat, and then the bench is bench. The same thing as James was saying, I don't vary the grip on the bar. My grip is narrow anyway because I have a bad shoulder, so I can't go too far here. So I don't go any further in it because the triceps are being worked as it is on it. So I do 2 days a week on it. It's the same principle again, it's high reps, but going down. I don't do pause. I don't even pause before competition. Again, the reason for that is because of my shoulder. If I start pausing it just, the shoulder does bother me. So it's only a competition I will pause. So it's nearly the same as the deadlift when I'm doing it out of the rack. I'll bench a lot more at home because I'm just doing it straight out. But I'm losing 15 kilo off my bench for competition. I know that, I know it's 15 kilo. I done 215 before the last competition. So I got 200 with a pause.
That's consistent then for the last few years, you've known that. Like,
Yeah, that's the way it works. So I know that. I know when I pause it, I'm 15 down.
Do you do every rep of every set reverse grip?
On the deadlifts, no, because I'm using straps.
Okay.
I use straps for reps, so it's like that the whole time for me.
Yeah.
But when no, yeah, but when I'm doing the lighter weight, when I'm going down to 180 kilo, maybe for 3 sets of 3, just for a bit of speed, then I'll reverse grip and I'll swap on each set.
so when you're doing your barbell grip work then, would you do double overhand or would you take the mix then with the barbell grip work you do?
No, I'm doing it like that. I'm doing it like that.
How long would you hold one end?
Depending on what weight now I'm using. Again, I do it as in, I'm a few weeks out, I'm holding it longer with lighter weight. The next week, I'm holding it less. The weight's getting heavy on the bar the whole time. To a week out, the weight's very heavy and I'm only holding it then for about 15 to 20 seconds.
That
What about your
because
breathing then? Is there any special with the breathe? You're holding your breath, you know?
No, I blow out on the way up.
Yeah. What the valves have and all that kind of stuff.
I fill the belly with air, basically.
Yeah.
Protect the back. Belly is fucking huge, it's like I'm pregnant when I'm deadlifting. If you've ever seen me deadlifting, my belly's way out here. It's big enough as it is, but it really blows out when I'm doing it. And it protects my back. I never have any back problems with it. So that's why I blow out as hard as I can on the way up. And I come up as fast as I can, so straight away the belly's going straight like that, and I'm up like that.
One more question. We better get on then with the AGM. Who wants to take the last
What do you
question?
think's the most you're going to pull?
70.
Say
it. Do it.
I want to do 350 next year.
That's the other one.
Yeah, that's why we made this challenge shy.
You do it.
Shite.
It's just
flexing.
It's just for the crack, but it's
For the track.
I do want the 350. Yeah.
And that's the ultimate, that's what you're chasing.
Well, when I got to 320, I wanted to get 320.
Yeah.
A couple of years ago, then I thought, you know, that was £700 or some shit like that. So
He's greedy, you know. He was.
then you go 320, but then you go 330, then you say, look, you want to get 340. So I don't know.
You keep going till you can.
We want to get 400, don't we? But I don't know what's going to happen. But yeah, 350.
Any more said you couldn't.
That's the idea.
Any more said you can do 400.
That's the set plan.
Andy,
And after that, we'll see how it goes.
Have you pulled it at the gym with straps? So.
Yeah, with straps, I'll pull it for 2.
Don't be getting too good, James.
Total off.
So I think we have to say thanks to the two Jameses. The AGM is going to be outside.